Yo guys, what is going on? Thank you for tuning back up on the channel here today for another Fortnite video. Today, okay, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Season 7 ending event. I know, crazy. We're talking volcanoes, earthquakes, all this information, right? You're going to be hearing it here first. We've got the volcano erupting at the end of the season. We've got massive earthquakes around the map, and it's all being controlled and done by the Fire King, who has finally escaped. We're also going to be taking a look at the bright light that's been found on the mountain outside the Fortnite map. This is supposedly the Fire King on his mission going up the volcano. At the end of today's video, we've actually got sound effects of the whole event too, so the volcano and earthquakes. Trust me, when I say you're going to have to watch today's video, you're going to want to watch all of it. It's insane. You do not want to miss this. Before we jump into it, guys, if you're hyped for Season 8, drop a like on today's video. Realistically, it's not even that far away now, and we're building up a bit of momentum towards the ending of the season. The event is going to be crazy, so like I said, drop a like if you're hyped for Season 8. And if you guys are new to the channel, like it's the first time you're here, make sure you're subscribing down below and turning on notifications by smacking the bell so you never miss a video. If you want to, you can use support creator code macmacsyt in the item shop. That'd be awesome if you guys could support me by doing that. I mean, we should just cut to it. Let's get into today's video. So before we officially start and take a look at the ending events for Season 7, the volcano, the earthquakes, the Fire King's involvement, let's take a look at the Fire King's location as of right now in the dungeon. So these are the different progression stages of the Fire King you can see up on screen here. And notice how he's got a bit of ice and he's got like chains and stuff around his face. That's because he's been tortured in this dungeon. If you take a look around, like, there's a load of torture equipment. We're talking like neck braces, whips, chains, balls, yeah. And the progression of the Fire King, you can see, is that he's losing all this, like, torture equipment slowly as he progresses. And his final form is this, like, fire, lava kind of guy. He looks absolutely awesome. Now, we recently got some leaked screenshots of his escape. And you can see, in the Week 9 loading screen, we can see he's finally escaped from the ice. And he looks like he's after the Ice King with some revenge. You can then see in the following week, the Week 10 loading screen, he's finally escaped. He's set up camp. No one knows where he is. He's in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness. And he's kind of plotting an idea to get revenge on the Ice King. But when you think about it, how exactly is he going to do this? You think about it, for Season 7, the Ice King brought the iceberg and snow to the map. Now the Fire King has finally escaped. It's his turn to do some damage, but in what way? So we got a number of reputable leakers in the community that are leaking a ton of stuff for the event as of literally right now. But take a look at this. This is coding in-game as of right now, suggesting tremors and earthquakes of different magnitudes that are going to be happening running up to the final event for Season 7. And as you can see in the coding, there's going to be 50 quakes in total, and each one of them are going to be getting stronger and stronger each time. Now, also in the files, like under the name S8 lead up, like what does that mean? Obviously, Season 8 lead up, and in these files, there's stuff such as like earthquake floor drop can be found. Even within these files themselves, there's effects such as camera shakes and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% set in stone, but it's in the files of the game and it's most likely going to happen, okay? So we're talking big cracks in the map, we're talking about things falling through, but what's going to be affected? We're talking about stuff such as the building in Tilted Towers. I mean, this one's like a typical thing each season now. It gets destroyed, this building, every season. So I'm putting my money on it right now that this is going to be destroyed again by massive cracks and the earthquakes that are going to be happening at the end of this season. But as well as earthquakes, we're talking about volcanoes as well. So we've always had this. It's located on the Fortnite map out at sea. It's a large volcano located on the outside of the map. And recently, people have spotted a bright light up on the hill. So this bright light is set to be the Fire Skin on his mission to get revenge on the Ice King. What he's supposedly doing is climbing this massive mountain, and he's going to be creating it into a volcano. Yes, that is the theory that's going around at the moment. Like I said, we've got files in the game suggesting there's going to be earthquakes and volcanoes towards the end of this season. Like, when you think about it, what revenge would the Fire King skin have? He's obviously, his powers are to do with fire, so the possibility of volcanoes. With the volcano erupting, you then get earthquakes, and with earthquakes, you also get tsunamis, as there's big drops in the ocean floor that creates massive waves. It all links together quite nicely right now. And yeah, people are saying this bright light over on the hill in Fortnite, which has only just been spotted as of recently, like it's way out in the middle of the map. he's going up on this mountain and he's going to be creating it into a volcano. That is going to be his revenge against the Ice King. And it's going to heat up the whole of the Fortnite map and pretty much destroy the whole of Polar Peak and the snow on the map. That is the theory. Now, volcanoes in Fortnite, this is actually nothing new. We've already had files suggesting there's going to be volcanoes in Fortnite before in previous seasons. And obviously, for the ending of Season 5, a ton of people thought it was going to be a volcano that was going to be destroying the map. It ended up, like, being the cube floating around. But there was files in the game suggesting there was going to be volcanoes, but no one really looked into it after that. I mean, we've had subtle hints of volcanoes that have been linked since the Dark Bomber set. If you remember that, if you zoom in on, like, the chest piece of the Dark Bomber set, you can see there's dragons, which is obviously something that we've had this season. We've got dragon eggs sitting in the dungeon of Fortnite. And as well as that, in the background, you can see there is also a volcano. So at the time, at the end of Season 5, everybody thought volcanoes were coming to the map. It didn't happen, but maybe that was something foreshadowing what was going to be happening in the future. Now, not only are we going to be getting volcanoes and earthquakes, but what else do earthquakes actually bring? Well, they also bring tsunamis. When there's a drop in the ocean floor, it creates massive waves. So the nautical theme of Season 8 could be like a huge possibility right now too. It's been hinted in the game for many seasons now. You know, the whole of the Fortnite map melting. Obviously, we've got the snow currently melting on the map right now, but we're talking Polar Peak, parts of the map getting flooded. Yeah, realistically, when you think about it, if there's going to be earthquakes, it's going to be affecting the waves on the outside of the map as well. Could there be a big tsunami that finally hits the Fortnite map and destroys some points of interest? So with big earthquakes and tremors supposedly happening around the map, what sort of stuff is going to be happening? Like, we've already spoken about the potential of the building breaking again in Tilted Towers. It's only just been built again for like the 5th time. The whole map supposedly shaking. What sort of stuff is kind of fragile and on edge at the moment? We've got the Viking boat at the Viking village. It's literally leaning over at the moment, over the waterfall. If there was a thing such as an earthquake, I'm pretty sure that's going to fall and potentially break, or I don't know what's going to happen then. We've also got Polar Peak, like it's really hanging out at a weird angle. I mean, if there's a big earthquake or anything like that, I'm pretty sure that would snap off, and that would be the revenge of the Viking, I guess, would be through the earthquake, destroying Polar Peak and the Ice King's castle, with like that part of Polar Peak just destroying. Maybe parts of Polar Peak will fly off and maybe destroy that building in Tilted Towers, you don't know. But I mean, there's a ton of possibilities on stuff that could potentially happen with earthquakes around the map. I mean, a lot of the buildings probably would get destroyed, I'm guessing. And maybe throughout Season 8 we see like the rejuvenation of a lot of the buildings and building sites again, like we had with Dusty Divot. Potentially, if there was big earthquakes, like I said, a tsunami, maybe Dusty Divot finally gets filled in with water and becomes a lake. That'd be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But again, these are all just theories I'm trying to bring out my head at the moment with the potential of earthquakes and volcanoes coming at the end of the season. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys now. Speculation. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think it's going to happen? I mean, there's files in the game, literally, as of right now, coding to do with earthquakes. The amount of earthquakes that are going to be, there's 50 of them, supposedly, each getting bigger in magnitude every time. So, very soon, we're going to be seeing quite a few tremors and stuff on the Fortnite map. It might be subtle at first, like a little bit of rumbling, but then eventually, after the 50th one, it's going to be massive. And like I said, at the end of today's video, I'm going to be playing the audio as well. We've got a couple of audio clips to do with the volcano and also the earthquakes. You want to listen to them. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you could do me a huge favour, go down, drop a big fat like down below. This is some crazy information to do with the end of this season. It's going to be crazy. If you guys are hyped for Season 8 as well, make sure you're dropping a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Like, why would you not subscribe right now? I'm going to keep you guys on top of all the information, so yeah, you might as well subscribe. Turn notifications on, and you can use support creator code macmacsyt in the item shop. If you use that, that'd be awesome. Without further ado, guys, I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to be making loads more follow-up videos as more information comes out. So, like I said, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in my next video. It's been your boy, Matt Max. Have a good day, and a peace out.